You can learn more about Tulsa's past this weekend with a free event at the Tulsa Historical Society and Museum. And here to give us a preview of a fascinating piece, I think, of history that he helped discover recently is Patrick McNicholas. Good morning, Patrick.
Morning.
So tell me about this discovery of a street sign. How did this all come to be?
So it really goes back to a post that I did for Tulsa People in December of 2021. And so 3 years later, the sign, the monument, which the sign's no longer there, but the monument got knocked over, and basically someone tagged me in that post, and they were like, you know, we need to do something about this. And I basically wrote it off. I was like, well, it's, you know, it's kind of the end, but some people reached out to me and they were like, this can be preserved. And so I went down the rabbit hole with preserving this, and it's its own story itself.
We've got the pictures of those. We've got 3 pictures we want to show people at home, because this was not in good shape. I mean, there's the foundation. It's knocked off the foundation. It was in 2 pieces.
And over there on the left is actually where this original sign was when it was placed in 1936. But yeah, this was the original foundation, and it got knocked off somehow.
We don't know. We'll never know. Probably.
Yeah, and actually what was interesting, it got broken later. We know that it got knocked off. I actually found a Google Maps image of it knocked over, and I found out the grass had died right there. So it had been knocked over for a little while before it actually was even broken. So yeah, it's still kind of a mystery in certain senses.
Tell me about you went down the rabbit hole of Tulsa street sign history. Tell me some of the things you found in your Alice in Wonderland journey down the rabbit hole.
Well, there's some really interesting things. For a long time, we actually had painted street signs on the curb, and so these would only last about a year or so. The paint would eventually come off with the rain and all the weather. And then they tried street signs that were attached to buildings in 1918. They put those up, and due to an ordering issue, they put the wrong east and west, and so they had to send it back. It was just this kind of, it was kind of a comedy of errors. It really was, and that's why I kind of wanted to bring this to a larger scale. And I couldn't really do it with an Instagram post. I couldn't do it with the podcast. I wanted to do it with this presentation.
I want to show this picture because I want you to tell me just a little bit about this picture before we get into your talk, because I want to talk about your talk. But this picture of these gentlemen, what are we seeing here?
So that's the 20th mayor, kind of standing looking the other way behind the monument, T.A. Penny, and he was one of the important people, as well as the person with the hat on the left side of the frame. That's Luther Williams. And interesting enough, we had a family member contact us with a photo of him standing next to it, and so I have a kind of exclusive photo that will be in the presentation. And then the rest of the committees, kind of city leaders and the Junior Chamber of Commerce.
Your presentation is this Saturday at the Tulsa Historical Society and Museum. As we take a look at some of a sneak peek of your slideshow, what you're going to be showing us, what are you going to be talking about? Because people at home are like, man, I'm interested in this.
Well, I'm going to try to take people down the rabbit hole, but I'm going to try to do it quickly. But again, you know, there's a lot more history that goes beyond just the story itself. And this is us bringing it to Benchmark, who actually did the work for free. So we got with them, and they preserved it for us at no cost. And Route 66 Commission is going to be helping us get it back home at 11th and Boulder.
Making sure that's secure in that back of the pickup truck.
Yeah,
so
and I have some good friends, a ragtag group of people that helped me get this monument and haul the 500-pound stone granite monument all over the place. So
do you feel like it just took, you know, some people to care to really just get this together? Because you know, it would just have been easy to just leave it there. It's too heavy.
Yeah, I think, and that's what really the story comes down to, is like, you know, street signs, we kind of take them for granted, just like some of these monuments. And there it is. That's the image that I found on Google Maps, that it actually fell over. And again, the grass ended up dying, but somehow it broke in between a few weeks there. And this is the post I was tagged in. And it all basically stemmed from this. And again, yeah, the sign's no longer there, but the monument we do want to put back.
And where is that intersection one more time?
11th and Boulder.
11th and Boulder. So here are the details. If you want to learn more about Tulsa's street sign history, we've got a lot coming for you. It's here at the Tulsa Historical Society Museum on Saturday. Starts at 11, and it's free entry first Saturdays.
If you can fit in. Well, we might have a few people there, but yeah, we're going to have a good time, and this is my second presentation that I've held there. So
I think a lot of folks, again, Patrick, will be interested in this, and we hope to have you back soon. I know you're a student of Tulsa history, and I can't wait to see what you discover next, man.
It's a lot of rabbit holes to go down, so hopefully you can find me sometime.
Yeah, good to see you again, Patrick.